Firstly, sometimes when I have a little bit more, okay, so yesterday it started off, okay, not just the crab bee hoon, I also had a couple bowls of shark fin soup. Okay, but I already go and calculated shark fin soup is quite low in calories. So what I was planning to do, before the crab bee hoon appeared, right, I had a couple bowls of shark fin soup, but I already finished up my macros, right? So what I did was I borrowed the calories from tomorrow, which is today. Since today is a rest day, right? Usually I don't mind borrowing some of the calories from rest days because I do not you need to use as much energy. Okay, so I had about three bowls, which is about 300 calories plus minus per bowl. So I really clock it into my today's macros. So I sort of borrow 300 calories from today. Okay, so instead of eating 2004 today, I'll have just 2001. Okay, that was the original plan. Okay, but then the crab bee hoon come out. So I devoured at least pretty much the whole sharing plate, which I think will be at least like 1,000 calories. Okay, so thousand of calories, right? If you plus the shark fin, it's about 1,003, right? So 1,003, if I were to minus off and borrow, that doesn't really work because that means today I will be eating 1,000 calories, essentially 1,001. Okay, so honestly, this method works in terms of like the thermodynamics of calories in, calories out, right? But honestly, what we want to do is really to build we don't want to have this we don't want to build this a bad habit of like borrowing calories and stuff, right? Because if you keep doing this, it will encourage future behaviors, right? So you'll be more loose on your discipline in terms of rejecting food that is out of the plan. That's firstly for all. And then secondly is because when you are in the deficit, okay, when you're in bulking mode, right, no problem. Because you are in a surplus regardless, right? So you have more calories to play with. But when you're in deficit, you want to try to keep the calories as consistent as possible. That way, your training performance in the gym will be also as consistent as possible. Because let's say today you eat 3K, then the next day 1K. I mean, some people like to do carb cycling, right? Personally, I prefer my calories to stay constant, especially since I'm hitting the gym very often, right? So the more consistent my diet will be, the more consistent my energy in the gym will be. So if there's anything that is amiss, I suddenly lose strength and stuff, I'm able to detect what is the problem immediately. That's firstly why I don't really like this approach. So now that I use more that I could borrow, okay, so I'll recommend a borrowing limit of maximum 500 calories. Okay, so if you eating 500 calorie less for the next day is you okay, anything more than you shouldn't be looking to borrow already.